More than 200,000 FBI background checks were requested Black Friday, a new record for firearm sales.
Yeah, a local mental health expert believes more checks are needed. Channel 5's Tracy Bragg spoke with a psychiatric nurse about what he believes needs to be done.
The mental health professional says the current law allows people diagnosed with a mental illness to purchase a gun even if they have a history of self-inflicted violence.
I'm a firm believer, the Second Amendment.
Rick Tavar is a psychiatric nurse who specializes in schizophrenia. He's treated patients with mental illnesses for 20 years. He tells us he was surprised to learn a former patient suffering from schizophrenia with a history of suicidal actions was allowed to purchase a firearm.
Currently, we don't really have a system to prevent those kind of purchases. Somebody, diagnosed with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia can just go to any gun store and purchase a firearm.
Tavar says as a mental health specialist, he is unable to block a firearm purchase unless the patient is threatening their own life or the life of others. He explains the background check potential gun owners are required to pass is criminal rather than psychiatric. He explains that's potentially dangerous for one reason.
If you're diagnosed with schizophrenia and you're on medications, it doesn't take away your symptoms 100%. If we're lucky, we can control most of them.
Tavar says he wants to see the state create a policy that takes into account a person's mental state before allowing them to purchase a firearm, especially those suffering from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder.
I can deny a sale to anybody for any reason.
Brian Guerra is a gun store owner. He tells us currently a person's mental health may cause them to fail the FBI's background check only if a court has decided that person is unfit to own a firearm. However, Guerra explains he evaluates every potential customer before placing a gun in their hand.
And if I'm asking them those questions through the correct customer service, I can then determine whether or not the person is buying the gun for them or if they're going to do something wrong with the gun.
Tavar says he wants to ask all other gun store owners to do the same. He says he's already written a letter to his former congressman and wants to do whatever he can to protect his patients and the public. Guerra says to date he has never denied a sale to any customer. In the studio, Tracy Bragg, Channel 5 News at 10.